There are an awful lot of carp angling platforms out there, and somebody said to me just the other day, which one should I choose? Well, the difference is this: all of the other channels apart from Carp Academy are premised solely on entertaining you, delivering you very high quality entertainment. And if entertainment is what you need, I couldn't recommend those more highly. Most of them are run by good mates of mine, people that I've known for a long time, and they are doing a very, very good job of entertaining the carp angling masses. However, if you want education, information, and more carp to end up in your landing net, then that is what separates the content at Pennings Carp Academy from all of the other platforms. We are dedicated and focused solely and entirely on helping you to catch more carp. Surely one of the most common complaints in modern day carp fishing is access to good quality day ticket waters. What if I told you that there was a big, weedy, super mature lake full of big carp nestling in the heart of the Colne Valley that anybody could fish? Sounds too good to be true? Well, join us down here for our new in-session film. We are live in session at 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗵'𝘀. Don't it look good, hey? This is CAF, baby. When did you last see me fish a pop-up on Carp Academy? It's looking a little bit ominously bleak. Well, this lake is really playing hardball. Don't resign yourself to a blank to the point that you just stop being proactive. I tell you what, I haven't wanted a carp that much for ages. Thank you, carp gods. You pushed us through the pain barrier, but we got there. For this Carp Academy in-session feature, you join us at the extremely famous, renowned and highly respected day ticket complex, Bluebell Lakes. There are numerous lakes on site, all got 40-pound plus fish in them. Some of them have got 50-pound plus fish in them, and two of the lakes have produced 60-pound carp in the past. So it's going to be a challenge. I've got no track record on here. I don't know the lakes. I don't know how they fish. I've not come prepared with loads of information. I know 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗵 the bailiff on mallard, and apart from that, that's it. The couple of sessions I did on swan, which I blanked, I tried hard, but didn't quite crack the formula. So it's a bit of a risque session, this. You know, I could crash burning in flames very, very easily, but it's real life carp fishing. We've got no roped off swims, we've got no special favours granted. We got here when the gate opened at 7 o'clock this morning. I've already done a good lap around one of the lakes, and that's what we're going to continue doing until we can hopefully get ourselves in a position where we can have a crack at some of these amazing carp. And that is the cornerstone of all successful or potentially successful carp fishing. You have to get yourselves in the right position from the get-go. So this is where it starts. The session here right now, ground zero. We're going to go off, we're going to search maybe the whole complex if we need to give ourselves a chance, and then we're going to try and crack one of these bluebell carp. And then as I was getting into my chesties, which I need to be able to get out and net a fish, it's a little bit slack where I was putting the chesties on and trying to hold the rod, and it's bored down into the weed, and there it sat locked up for a best part of 5 minutes probably. I couldn't move it, so I just stood there, kept constant pressure. Eventually it kicked and came out, and then I had a proper fight with it, and it's wallowing up and down, and I could feel it against the line, which is always a sign of a big fish. I could feel the length of its tail was hitting the leader, and then it came up and it coughed and gurgled like a flipping pig. You could see this big oil, and I said, this is a really good fish. This is a really good fish. And you're just praying, obviously, at that stage that everything's going to hold and it's going to go in the net. And it did at the first time of asking, and the tail flopped over the draw cord when the head was by the spreader block. That's the best giveaway that you've got a real big fish. And yeah, we've got Tilly. Seems crazy to say it. We've only done one night on the lake, and it's only the fourth fish that we've caught out of the lake. But that's how crazy carp fishing is. You know, you could chase a fish like that for years, or you could just have a crazy moment like we've just been blessed with and just get it, not just after no time, but when we've got cameras and we're making a program as well for Carp Academy. It's really, really special. So we've got her out, sorted her out, absolutely nailed in the middle of the bottom lip. And I can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe it. We put her on the mat, we've given her away. They've had a very, very good spawn, clearly, but she's still 46 pounds, 6 ounces of immaculate, amazing common carp. So I'm just going to get my head together for a second or two, and then we're going to get her out. I'll show her to you guys. Just electrifying. Oh my God. Carp fishing moments like this is like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. It's so rare, so special. Christ, look at that. Mosquito in here. Wow. Wow. Please be good, girl. Well, that is not only an enormous English common carp, but it's also an absolute stunner. Look at that, perfect in every way. Beautiful shaped tail, perfect mouth, massive wide head, deep bodied. Yes, unbelievable. I want to shout, but I don't want to wake the other anglers, but this is just incredible. Wow. Tilly the carp, pride of San Martin, pride of Bluebell. Probably to some people watching this, it wouldn't have seemed like it came along easier because of the amount of effort we put into getting into the right place at the right time on the right lake. And, you know, what we did was achievable by anybody watching this. I haven't got a secret rig or secret bait. You saw I just used an old catapult and a boilie rocket, but I put in good quality bait with a sharp hook, with a rig that wasn't tangled, where I'd found the fish. And if you endeavour to tick those key boxes every time you go carp angling, your results can't fail but go up. Don't cut corners. And I think of it as an exercise. I call it an exercise in distance reduction. So when we turned up Monday morning on the gate, I had driven 100 miles to get here. So when I got out of bed, between me and the carp I wanted to catch was 100 miles. So I drive here and take off 99.5 of those miles, they're gone. Then it's down to several hundred yards, which you saw us doing the legwork, round and round the different lakes, looking in the different spots, persevering, endurance, looking, determined to find an opportunity. And eventually you get it down to an area, and then you want to get it down to a swim, then you've got to get it down to a spot, and then you've got to get it down to the length of a hook link. So what starts off as a journey of 100 miles comes down to that. And that's how I always think about it. I'm always trying to reduce the distance between me and the carp. This is the rig, the actual rig that caught Tilly on the film, that famous big carp, which we were very, very lucky to get. Absolute giant of a creature. This is the actual rig that caught it. And you can see it's about 50-50 in terms of breakdown. We've got half of it is soft coated braid and the other half is a stiff extension to the hook. Very, very similar to the 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗀. It just means that it's accessible in every direction. I've got a very, very small broken hinge there, so that you can see that's what gives it that fluidity, the easy to pick up part of the rig. Even though it's very stiff, it's very accessible, and that's really important. When you get into the summer and the late summer months, one thing that is very often on people's minds is particle fishing. Particle fishing is the best option if you're fishing on a budget. You can get a huge amount of bait for relatively little. When we get into the summer months, post-spawning, particle and particularly salty particle are known historically, through the carp fishing annals to be extremely effective. Although I'll always be predominantly a boilie angler, having another string to your bow in terms of particles can't be a bad thing. So I've decided to knock some up
and have a bit of a dabble, and I can tell you what I'm intending to do with it, how I prepared it, what I've got, where I've got it from. And as I said, you know, if you're fishing, whether you're fishing on a budget or whether you're just looking to exploit the carp's love of tiny little seed particles, then what we've got here will tick all of the boxes for you.
Well, here we are, 𝗪𝗵𝘁 Church Lake, 4 acres of extremely carpy haven. Looking forward to getting some rods in. I've seen a bit of activity. They were rolling there at first light and during the night. Sun's bright and high now, it's only 7 AM, but well, fair to say that was a carp. You probably got a better look at it than I did. They're in the area, let's get the rods out. That is what we call a bite. Wow, what a creature. Special times. Oh man. There you go, mate. 𝗖𝗿𝗽 history. It's just a really good, versatile little system for fishing a bait low to the deck. Now, before we attach the hook bait, it's just worth noticing or observing how fluid the hook is once it's past that break in the section where the putty is. And you can see the movement on that hook, in my opinion, is far, far more fluid and greater than what you would attain with a swivel, because you've just got a few supple pieces of soft braid there, and that hook can move and